Yeah, now the academic shit was pretty cool. Like,
Academics a little bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, so do you want to talk about that O.J. Simpson story?
What O.J. Simpson story?
The one, I guess, where they stopped him and they asked him about Caitlyn Jenner and he was like, I don't know no Caitlyn Jenner. I only know Bruce.
Not really.
Yeah, figured you was going to say that. Shit, matter of fact, my homeboy Joseph, he basically was saying all you was going to be talking about anyways was WWE, the movies, and you was probably going to call that nigga O.J. Simpson and shit.
Shit, you motherfucking right? Hell yeah! Yo. What's up, everybody? This is the one and the only Mr. Busby, 29 for the last week. And I'm 29. I'm 29 for like one more week, bruh.
Oh, I'm thinking, I thought you were, keep going. I was tripping on some other shit. I was like, what the hell are you talking about, 29?
Lay off the weed!
Shut up.
But of course, out in LA is my partner.
I'm out here, JC, no hundreds. I ain't got no Slurricane. I ain't got no Henny. I just got a damn headache, so I'm medicated up right now. And but we gonna make it work. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. We gonna keep it popping, bro. How you been doing?
I'm cool. You know, been kind of chill for the past week because trying to get ready for the big 3-0 for my black ass.
Yeah.
November 13th, 1987. That's when I was born, man. Friday the 13th, actually.
Well, look at you. Shit.
I know. Yeah, old as fuck. Well, going to
Black
be old.
magic, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm still going to be old as fuck. Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I just chilled and I'm just getting ready for that shit. So.
Yeah, because you're going to be out here.
Yes, so. I am. You got to surprise everybody. But yes, I will be in JC's neck of the woods next week.
Yeah, I'm about to make it.
Well, yeah, we're about to go to Henny Palooza and shit like that, and it's going to be like y'all kids say, a movie. Why can't you say that shit? It's gonna be a movie, bro. It's a movie. It's
just a low budget movie.
Those are them niggas that watch too much Belly.
Yeah.
Everything's watching in slow motion and shit.
Got all the colors but no substance.
Pretty much. Belly was plot-wise, Belly was a trash-ass movie.
Oh,
Hella
it's garbage,
trash.
but it's still got arguably the best opening in cinematic history.
Oh, yeah. Like, cinematography, the images, seeing Nas and DMX walk in slow motion. Like, Dave Chappelle was right. Everything looks good in slow motion.
Yep.
Shit,
really was, man.
And the editing was great, but acting was just trash. Nas just telling T-Boz, "Hey, I want to go to Africa. You want to go to Africa? Yeah, let's go to Africa. Just not what place, not what place in Africa.
We still don't know. We still don't know what country in Africa. We just know Africa.
It's just Africa. Like,
all right. I guess
it was like the anniversary. It was like the 10-year, 17-year anniversary of that movie. When did that movie come out? 98. 99? Yeah, so it's like
20-year anniversary next year.
Shit.
You know they're going to do something with it.
They have to. It's not no damn sequel. And hopefully DMX is alive. So yeah, hopefully Nas and DMX and Hype Williams can do a whole retrospect on that shit. That'd be pretty dope. And
I definitely would.
And also today, it is Monday when we're recording this shit as always, it's the 10-year anniversary of American Gangsta for Hove.
That's right. Yeah.
Everyone, it was like a talk on the timeline this morning, and everyone was talking about like how it held up and shit. And we talked about it numerous times, but
right,
album is a classic, whether y'all like it or not. Even Hove has to agree that it aged really well. 10 years later, we're still talking about that damn album. It's in my top 5 as far as his albums, his discography combined. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
But how was your weekend?
It was cool. I pretty much just drove all weekend. Didn't really do too much.
Driving Miss Daisy ass.
Pretty much. But actually, one thing that I did do, so you remember I shouted out my homeboy Jason and his Temple of Hoop podcast a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
I have another couple of boys, Braden and Daryl. They started up their new podcast, The Experts on Nothing.
Okay.
And so I gave that a listen to on Saturday. And it made me go back and listen to our very first couple of episodes. Mm-hmm. And it just made me appreciate the process on how we've gotten up to 64 at this point. Mm-hmm. One thing I like about them was that they initially had another pilot episode. Mm-hmm. But they went back and re-listened to it, and they were like, no, because we're talking about shit that we wouldn't talk about in our regular day-to-day life. Like, they were trying to follow, like, a formula.
Yeah.
Rather than just staying true to themselves. So they went back, scrapped it, and redid their first episode. And it was them at their core. So that was something I could actually really appreciate from them from the get-go.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah, so they were themselves. You know, they had some deep conversations. What I liked about it was they had a segment where they asked each other a personal deep question. And then they just all about they peace and positivity and bettering themselves. So shout out to Braden and Daryl. Again, that's the Experts on Nothing. Check them out. They'll be popping up every week. But yeah, again, listening to them, it made me go back and listen to our first few episodes, and it's been a good ride, man. We've come a long way.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we sure have. That's cool, man.
Most definitely.
If I could go do my little shout-outs. Shout out my homegirl, Outrageous Karina, because she dropped her first single in, like, forever called Hope.
Karina!
Yeah, Mr. Hurricane. Karina, she dropped a single called Hope. And, she's back on her rapping shit. She needs to get angry. She needs to get angry again, but that's another fucking story. But
no, she don't. She don't know when to push the balance from just being angry to acting on shit.
Damn. Yeah, if she hears that, she gonna probably want to kill your ass.
See, that's my point.
But yeah,
I love you, Karina.
Yeah, shout out to Karina. Shout out to Hope. Go on Apple Music, SoundCloud. It's literally all over. She filmed a video for it, so that's gonna come out pretty soon. So, shout out to the Outrageous one. But yeah. Anyway, so over this weekend, more tragedy happened. I feel like I said earlier, it's like we gotta keep talking about this shit over and over again. Gun control like a motherfucker.
Right.
So I guess.
So on Halloween, literally the day after we recorded last week, in Manhattan, 29-year-old Ifula Sapov.
You actually pronounced that shit right. I saw his name online. I could not say that shit at all. I was like,
trust me, it took some practice.
I won't even say it.
Ifula Sapov, he rented a damn pickup truck and then he drove down a busy bicycle path in Manhattan near the World Trade Center to start running into people.
In the bike lane, just random niggas over.
Killed 8 people, injured a dozen more. They ended up catching him after he ran his damn truck into the back of a school bus. Obviously, they arrested him. He had to go to the hospital. That's where he pledged his allegiance to ISIS.
And even ISIS is like, we don't know that nigga.
Right. He confessed that he was proud, and he even wanted them to put an ISIS flag in his hospital room. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but okay.
Even ISIS is like, bruh, we don't know that nigga.
Right.
What the fuck? That's some wannabe shit. Sad. Like, thoughts and prayers to all the people that died and injured.
Definitely.
From that. And
then yesterday we had another incident. This time in Texas in Sutherland Springs. It was a church shooting. So 26-year-old Devin Patrick Kelly, he walked his ass into First Baptist Church and just started opening fire. He killed 26 churchgoers, and he wounded just as many more. I was reading the details on this.
It's fucked up.
Disheartening.
It's fucked up.
The ages range from 5 years old to 72 years old. And one of the murder victims included the pastor's 14-year-old daughter, Annabelle Pomeroy. Her parents actually were in different states. I think I don't know if they were doing missions trips or whatever. So her parents weren't even actually at the church. So they found Devin. He was found dead in his car because I guess apparently what ended up happening was a local resident had seen what was going on, and I guess he started opening fire on him, and they said he was wounded. So they don't know if the wound is self-inflicted or if the resident was able to catch him. All we know is he's gone. Now, Sutherland Springs it's only a population of 683. He killed 26 of them, so he basically took out 4% of their population, like that.
Just like that, man. Fucking gun control. And just so y'all know, old boy was white. A white boy.
Oh, that goes, yeah.
It was a white boy that did this shit. And you know the media always trying to do a little story, try to twist it, saying he wasn't a terrorist. Nah, nigga, he was a fucking terrorist. What they really say, what I've noticed is I just realized this, when they say, oh, he wasn't a terrorist, what they really trying to say was, oh, he wasn't a Muslim. He wasn't He wasn't a stereotypical terrorist. He wasn't like a Bin Laden. He was just one of us. So that's how they want to say it. So he wasn't a thug. He wasn't black. When they say thug, they mean black. He wasn't a terrorist. He wasn't brown-skinned or a Mexican or whatever. They just said he was troubled and mental illness and all this other shit. Nah. Nigga was white. He had problems. The end.
Basically.
So, again,
it's exactly what it boils down to.
Enough thoughts and prayers to this shit, man, because thoughts and prayers get these people killed, man. So we just need gun control. Congress needs to do something. But as long as that whole ass nigga's in office, no one's going to do shit. So.
Yep.
I literally just threw my bottle in the air like fucking, like Bobby Strimmered. So, yeah, it's all fucked up. But in lighter news, if you do a segue to that, I went to the movies as always. And I
saw Thor, didn't you?
Saw Thor Ragnarok. So that's how you say it.
How were they?
It was good. It was good. People say it was one of the best Thor movies, and I have to really agree. It really was the best Thor movie. Tessa Thompson was in it too. She played Valkyrie, the Valkyrie chick. Like you know who Tessa Thompson is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she was in that shit. Loki's back, and Chris Evans. Nice. Chris Evans, man, it was more of a comedy this time around, and it fit well. It had the right amount of comedy. Hulk talks a lot, so that was pretty funny. It was really, really, it was action packed. It was entertaining, and it paved the way for Infinity War in the next year.
You go.
You know, and Justice League's coming out next week, so we're gonna see that shit next week. And I'm still feeling really about that. Very
see Black Soups.
Black Soups. What do you mean, Black Panther?
No, I mean we're gonna see Black Soups because apparently when he comes back, he's donning the black Superman outfit.
Supposedly, we still don't even know. They still keeping that. They're keeping it. They're damn near that whole Superman's appearance is literally kept under wraps. If anything, the studio got right. They're trying to keep Cavill, Civil, what the fuck his name is. They're trying to keep Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel, what the fuck his name is. They're keeping Superman under wraps until we see him later. So. That's going to be interesting. And, definitely. When I was watching the trailer, they showed the trailer for Black Panther, and actually got me excited.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. I'm ready.
I'm just ready for Infinity War, man, because that's going to be like the biggest, that's going to be literally the biggest superhero movie ever. Every Marvel character that you've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to be in that shit. That's just going to be crazy.
And we get 2 parts.
Supposedly.
It ain't supposedly. That's what's on the Marvel Universe.
No, they said there was going to be one part.
That's on the bill.
No, they said it was going to be one part, but now they don't even know. They just want to see how, because they got to cream so much shit into one.
Man, make it 2.
One movie. So
make it 2.
We gonna see. There's so much shit that has to happen to make this shit like a 4-hour movie. Shit.
Might as well. I'll be there for it.
Oh yeah, the whole world is.
Shit.
And then also, if we stay on movie news, this kind of broke today, but apparently Disney was in talks with 20th Century Fox, saying that Disney was going to acquire them, but they said it wasn't real. But why this was so big for comic book fans, especially the Marvel Cinematic fans, is that 20th Century Fox,
X-Men.
20th Century Fox owns the rights to X-Men and Fantastic Four. And Fantastic Four, and if you know the history of 20th Century Fox, they fucked up both those franchises. I mean,
did they ever?
Yeah, especially the last Fantastic Four movie. That shit was ultimately trash. The X-Men movies, give or take, some were good, some were trash, but yeah. So pretty much they were saying they're having talks to actually acquire 20th Century Fox, but it came out saying those talks deceased like several weeks ago, so it's dead. Okay. It's dead for now, but it's still interesting that story came out. So it's like, all right, let's see what happens.
Right.
But yeah, that's my movie shit. Can't wait for Justice League. There's a whole bunch of superhero movies out right now, man. It's like literally like
it's the season, man.
It's not just the season. It's been the years. Like years. I never in all my life I've never seen so many superhero movies come out in like this amount of time. Because we always have to.
That's all based on technology.
That too. I mean, shit. It's like, remember every year we kept hearing, there's going to be they're thinking about doing a new Batman movie. They're thinking about doing a new Superman movie. And it's always just talk. And now the shit's out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, we gonna see.
We gonna see. I'm gonna be there. We all gonna be there. But you know who? You know who ain't gonna be there if she doesn't wake up? Cool. Wendy Williams.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's fucked up, man. Apparently, it happened on Halloween, and Wendy Williams was in the middle of her show on live television. She was dressed up as the Statue of Liberty, and her eyes got big, like she just saw a ghost or something. I don't know. She was off that. It wasn't the weed.
She's always like, it wasn't weed, trust you me.
Yeah. But she passed the fuck out. Like, she literally just collapsed right on stage. She fainted, and you heard the crowd. They went straight to commercial, and then she came back, and she said she was okay. She was just over... What was it? She was just overheated and shit like that from the lights and shit. Yeah.
Basically, I guess. I mean, she lost all that body mass, and then they decided to put her in, like, a poncho and then stuck all the lights on. So,
whatever.
I don't know what they were expecting to happen, but, prayers up for Wendell.
You ain't shit. You just ain't shit.
Hey, I call it how it is. Prayers up for Wendell.
Yeah, and when it comes to the whole shit that's going on in Hollywood after the whole Harvey Weinstein shit, man, the floodgates are just coming out the fucking woodwork. Everybody's accusing everybody, for men and women.
It's that wall that was covering the water, that wall is pretty much gone at this point. There's just water runneth over everywhere at this point.
Brett Ratner got accused of fucking shit. And who else?
Alec Baldwin just snitched on himself. Like, he was like, fuck it, I ain't even gonna wait for this shit.
Hey, I was a sexist. I was an asshole to women. So don't kill me. I'm changed now.
Right.
Anyone I did wrong.
Yeah, got caught with 30 rocks. The cop looked like Alec Baldwin. Oh, by the way, I have done some shit in the past. Like, he wasn't even waiting.
I was waiting for this shit.
And like you said last week, they were talking about with Kevin Spacey with the House of Cards.
Can I say this one? This is
by all means, go ahead.
I was a huge fan of this show, man. I loved House of Cards. But fucking Kevin Spacey, man. So when this came out, he received, of course, a huge backlash for this shit. It even got to the point where they suspended the filming of the TV show because the actors and crew they didn't feel safe around the dude. And for obvious reasons, because an associate came out, I guess he was an anonymous associate, and he said that Kevin Spacey is, like, sexually assaulted him. And I was like, what? Huh? And then he goes into details saying some shit from what I read. He said he drove him in his little golf cart to the set, and Kevin Spacey decided to put his hands down his pants.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he cornered him in his trailer and shit like that, and I'm just like, what? Fuck! And I liked you, Kevin.
What's wrong with these, man?
No, I was like, fuck, why, Kevin? Why? I liked you. Why? And, of course, old boy didn't say nothing because of how, quote-unquote, powerful he was. And he literally was Frank Underwood. So, yeah, pretty much Netflix came out last Friday, and they pretty much just said, man, that nigga's trash. Anyway.
Oh, man, Hanley, man, he fucking everything up, man. He missed my boy Tay plenty of times, man. And he has
they
really need Aaron Rodgers.
He has an arm. That's the sad part. He needs to
get
more.
He ain't got no accuracy whatsoever.
And of course, as again, we're watching Monday Night Football, and it's the Packers versus the Lions. But
I picked the Packers, but the Detroit Lions are serving up piping ass whoopings at this point.
Piping ass whoopings. Well, anyway, but back to what I was saying about Kevin Spacey. So anyway, Netflix came out last Friday and just said deuces to Kevin Spacey. They said as of right now, they say he is no longer on House of Cards. And not only is he not on House of Cards, we're not going to produce the show no more. And I was just like,
well, damn.
Yeah, that's what they said. As long as he's a part of it, we're not even going to produce the show no more. And I was just like, motherfucker. Because last season ended on a fucking cliffhanger. So it's like, really? So they said they're going to...
Oh, so they left you on a Moesha and the Hughleys type shit.
Something like that, yeah.
Damn.
But the writers did say that they're going to continue the show without him. They're going to write him off the show. But I said, there's no point. There's no point doing the show because he made the show. Like, if y'all watch the episode, if you watch that last season, it's spoilers, but his wife became president and didn't pardon him because the walls were closing in on him. And he looked at, because throughout the series, Kevin Spacey just looks at, he breaks the fourth wall and he looks at the camera and shit. And he said straight up, if she doesn't do what I say, I'm going to kill her. Like, he said it straight up, I'm going to kill her. And she didn't answer the phone, and then she looks at the camera and she just says, my turn. Literally ends on a cliffhanger. So, and they said they already had everything written out. They already had pretty much the whole season pretty much mapped out already. They already had it almost written. And now they got to go on hiatus and start from scratch and look for a network to fucking film the episodes. Probably Showtime will pick it up or somebody. I don't know, man. Maybe. That's fucking bullshit. I'm not even going to watch it because there's no point watching it. It would be like the last season of Martin. Awkward as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, we eventually know where this is going to transpire down to. Like, we're not even at the tip of the iceberg. Like,
hey, man, Uma Thurman.
The next move is it's going to go and, highlight homosexuality. And then, unfortunately, we're going to get into child molestation.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty much what we're boiling down to.
I don't know if you saw what Uma Thurman said, but... she got that Kill Bill fucking response. Just pretty much said, I'm pretty angry right now, but when the time is right, I'm going to talk. And I guess, I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, but Jude Apatow, like producer, director he came out and he pretty much just said, he retweeted that video, and he said that Harvey Weinstein used to harass one of the actresses from Kill Bill and blocked her from doing promotion and shit like that. So... that's why there's no Kill Bill 3. That's why everyone was on Quentin Tarantino, because he knew it all and shit. Just all fucked up.
Yep.
So
pretty much.
Yeah.
We'll likely be bringing up some more updates as a result of that next week.
Mm-hmm.
But to scroll past that, you got Texas news anchor
Demetria
Oilor.
Yeah, she thick as hell.
Man. So... she was body shamed by a hating ass Jan Shed on her Facebook page.
Damn, you actually said her name. Why'd you give her that much clout? You should blur that out.
Because we gonna call her hating ass Jan Shed. That's what we call her.
No, let's blur out because I was giving her too much clout.
Nah, that's right. We gonna call her how it is. Fuck it. Hating ass Jan Shed. That's what I'm calling her. But anyway, she wrote down, this is, ridiculous. There's a woman who's clearly a size 16 or 18 in a size 6 dress. And black and brown social media wasn't having it. So they clapped back and let her ass have it. Demetria actually posted a video.
Too. It was on Facebook.
No, that's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. So Demetria posted a video pretty much expressing love to her fans and most importantly for herself and expressing that she's unapologetic for her figure. That's how she looks. Even Chance the Rapper chimed in.
Yeah.
Showing support. All we gotta say to her is stay black, stay curvy, stay beautiful.
Call me.
Because, yeah, she thick. And she look good. For sure.
She does the weather and shit like that. You really think I watch the news just to watch the weather? Shit.
Yeah. we need more curvy, intelligent women giving us rundowns on the weather for sure.
Watch that shit on me.
You know who we need to give out warnings to, though? We need to have somebody sit in the house with Tyrese's ass.
Oh, Jody.
My baby! I just want my baby!
I want my baby! Man, I'm an asshole. I didn't want to make fun of him, man, but shit, I just want my baby!
Paid $13,000 a month in alimony. What more do you want from me? Yeah,
I'm going to hell, man.
You just reached the point where you just like, you know what?
Fuck him.
He needs help. I reached the point where I'm like, look, man, he needs some help, but he ain't getting no sympathy.
No, like he really needs, like honestly, no, seriously, old boy needs some help, man.
I agree. He does need help.
He's mentally just not there, like mentally
he
in his
definitely
mind.
Needs some help. He's just not getting any sympathy from me. He wasn't showing Genuine any sympathy.
Because mentally he ain't there, and come on, Genuine's not mentally there. So mentally unstable people are not there for mentally unstable people.
So you know, again, he went on social media, whining, bitching, and complaining. It led to another Suede, the remix god. Another hot drop single.
That was so fucking evil, man. That was evil.
It's a slapper for sure. Hey, it slapped.
I guess,
I played that shit on the Sonos speaker. It slapped.
I mean, you just know how I am with mental health and shit like that, man. It's fucked up.
Again, he needs some help, but you know what? He has the resources to get that kind of help.
Yeah,
and he's turning it down. He's actually was lashing out at people. And it's like, first of all, he's getting pissed off his business was out in the public. And it's like, motherfucker, you the one putting your business out in the public.
Yeah, you already know how I feel. You
already know how I feel when it comes to... Yeah, you know how
Instagram.
I feel when it comes to people putting their business out in the streets like that. Then they get upset at you for chiming in.
Yeah,
so at that point, it's like, well, you know, what you want me to say? So basically, he does all that. And apparently, he was supposed to have shut the fuck up had he actually listened to the rules... given to him because apparently he had a talk with Jada and Will.
No, not just Jada Pinkett Smith, but how you put not actress, but acquitress. I'm saying acquitress because he showed a screenshot of him on the phone with Jada Pinkett, and the phone ID said it was supposed to say actress Jada Pinkett Smith, her full name, which was unnecessary. But he spelled actress wrong. Oh my god! It said ACTRE. I can't even. Actress. Jada Pinkett Smith. Actress. Sounds like insidious.
Apparently, her and Will were gonna wire his ass $5 million to shut the fuck up
and get off the internet.
Yeah, and he clearly didn't listen because literally an hour ago, I'm browsing through social media, trying to finish up these notes. He's talking about some kid, I don't know if he's a genius or, just some kid that's really properly educated. And he's writing down, we going to make sure he gets into Harvard. I got you as soon as this Will Smith money is wired to me. Like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? Man, see, this is what I'm talking about. Shit ain't funny no more, man. Shit ain't, and I'm laughing. I'm just laughing from just how wow, are you really just... What have you been smoking, Jody? Jody, honestly, if you're listening right now, Jody, if you're listening right now, what are you smoking? What are you popping? What pills are you popping? Because this is just weird, bro. Like, you honestly need some help. Like, you need to get in a mental psych ward or some shit. Like, you really, your mind is gone. Shit, I don't know. My man's is on a hybrid of K2 and that butt naked. Like that's all that you can tell. Like if you tell me anything else, I ain't gonna believe it. Like he literally smoking a hybrid of that spice and that butt naked. And for all those who don't know what I mean by butt naked, just look it up. You'll know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. I hope this nigga ain't kill himself. That's all I care. I hope. Well, we know that part's long gone because the child abuse case against was it his ex-wife or just the baby mama? Either way, man, that nigga's just not... She dropped the case got thrown out of the courts, so apparently he can see his daughter again. And as a result, he decided to make peace with Dwayne Johnson. Don't call him Dwayne Johnson. Call him The Rock. Mutual. Call him The Rock. Rocky. He made some peace with Rocky, and but through mutual friends. His assistant. It was his assistant. Yeah, because, The Rock's always on 14 different sets. At the same damn time. Yeah. 14 sets at the same damn time. Right. That's the thing about The Rock, man. I don't know how he gets this shit done. To this day, it's like, how? How, Sway? Like every time I send you a Mike Rich picture. How? That's why I asked. The legendary Mike Rich. Yeah, just an update on Mike Rich. He took a picture with Seth Rollins
That was fucking.
Of course he did.
You saw the picture. I sent it to you.
I did.
Motherfucker,
I did.
Seth got done with his match, and Mike Richardson ringside, and he goes and takes a selfie with him.
Right.
Like what? Okay. Well, yeah.
Well,
Jody gets
I'll be surprised if who he ends up taking a picture with next is if somehow, some way he ends up at the damn Lion King premiere he's taking a picture with Beyonce. I'll be surprised at that shit.
I won't. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't even be surprised if he sees Jay-Z in Oakland and he takes a picture with him. And I'll be like, how? How did you do that? Just whatever, Mike.
Yeah.
It's what I do, man. It's what I do. But
it's just what I do.
But anyway, the full cast of the live-action Lion King movies coming out. It came out last week. And Miss Beyonce Knowles Carter is going to play the voice of Nala.
Yep. So she joins Donald Glover, who's playing Simba. James Earl Jones is back as Mufasa. And then Chiwetel Ejiofor is playing Scar.
Ooh, you said that name. I wasn't going to attempt that. You said it. I can never pronounce his damn name. That's the 12 Years a Slave nigga, man. I can never pronounce that name. But yes.
That's fucked. I can't pronounce his name, Dad. That's the 12 Years a Slave ass nigga. That's all you know him as, bro?
I mean, he was in hella movies, but I mean, everyone knows him from 12 Years a Slave. Oh, shit.
12 years of bad pronunciation.
Yeah, pretty much. But some people were mad that he was going to play Scar because they wanted Jeremy Irons to return as the voice of Scar. I mean, if you got Mufasa to come back, you got to get that nigga to come back too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's something impactful about Mufasa. Like, Scar he was a good casting for Scar. I'm eager to see how he plays out Scar.
I mean, have you seen the live action Jungle Book, right?
Of course.
Yeah, you remember how what's his name? Idris Elba played the voice of Shao Kahn. Is it Shao Kahn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Stinger. That was Stringer. The way he played. Like, I will never forget that scene in the Jungle Book when he just shows up in the wolf pack. He just shows up, looks at all them niggas, goes up on the hill, and just sits there. He just sits down like, all right, where's the boy at?
Yep.
just says, where's the boy? Okay, so why did you... Where that nigga at, though? Well, okay. I thought I told you this shit was gonna happen, right? And also, he just grabs the fucking wolf and just bites him and throws him off the fucking cliff. It's like, yeah, you know I'm gonna be back later, right?
When he did that, I was just waiting at some point. I'm like, so where the fuck is Wallace at?
Where's Wallace, nigga? Nigga, if you ever seen Darkwing Duck or Tailspin? But he's on Tailspin, and he's actually Shao Kahn. You know how they based it off the Jungle Book characters and shit. Shao Kahn is fucking dressed up in a fucking suit and shit like that. And I remember I saw that shit and I looked at a picture of Stringer and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Basically.
We hella got off topic. But yeah, The Lion King is going to be really, really dope. We got to wait till 2019 to see this shit.
Right. And then they started a campaign, you know what I'm saying, for the hyenas.
They already got the actors for that shit.
They got the actors, but they started the campaign. They want Migos. I know it's a long shot. I know it's already said and done, but hey, I need it for the culture. I need Migos.
You want everything for the culture, don't you?
I'm greedy. This is not 1967. It's 2017. We can get what we deserve, and we deserve Migos as the hyenas.
You already got a black president. What more do you want from me?
Basically.
But, I mean, I guess. Actually, I mean, hey, they even said they should have designer play the fucking whack-ass hyena. You know, when that's all laughing and shit.
Yeah.
Designer actually just... Give me
the bite. Like, yep, that's... Can't need a script for that.
Shit, but hey, that soundtrack gonna be fire. Hearing Donald Glover and Beyonce sing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" together, that's gonna be fucking fire. That soundtrack will be fire. Hey, maybe Migos will be on the soundtrack. How about that?
Hey, as long as they weren't left off of Pride Land, that's all good with me.
Pride Land. Oh God. Anyway, well, we speak about Beyonce's husband, Hova. He's on the 444 tour right now. We're going to see that black ass nigga next month.
Isn't it his highest grossing tour to date now?
Yeah, and apparently it's not selling at the same damn time. I don't know how that works.
Interesting.
But
okay. All right.
At the same time.
Leave it to Black Twitter.
Yeah, no, but well, apparently we might as well talk about this. They say his tour is not selling because he had to cancel a show out in Fresno because there's still thousands upon thousands of seats available, so he canceled that. And in Anaheim, when he was in your neck of the woods, he ended up tickets were as low as $6.
Yeah.
But then when you see what
a Wingstop meal that costs more than a Jay-Z ticket, I was actually pretty shocked at that.
Yeah, it's some people from $6 to $20. That was like the lowest, and I'm looking at I'm like, oh damn! But then I look at the prices, and I saw where they were sitting at. They were like in the fucking nosebleed section. Like, of course he's gonna be sitting up in the fucking. Of course it's gonna be $6. But
right.
Excuse me. But but Live Nation says otherwise. So who do you believe?
Yeah.
It don't fucking matter. Hov still wins either way. He got your money.
Yeah, in January he about to win even bigger because he's about to get the Salute to Industry Icons Award from the Grammys.
And they moved they're moving the Grammys from L.A. to Brooklyn.
Yeah, just for that nigga.
Because it's gonna be not Brooklyn, but it's at Radio City Music Hall. That's where the Grammys are gonna be next year. And yeah, it's gonna be in Brooklyn. And I was like, oh wow. Well, shit. That means he's gonna win. That means he's gonna either win Best Rap Album or Album of the Year or both.
Maybe. We'll see. I just know they moving it there to give him his props. But that's hey, you a public figure when they start moving award shows for your ass, like straight up.
Shit, that's some real shit. I don't know how Hov does that shit, man. But Hov, it's Hova. Shit.
Man, it really is.
He just better not change his name like fucking Diddy's. Whatever, Diddy, Puff, Sean Combs, what the fuck?
Yeah, so for years I even refused to call him P Diddy. I was like, that's Puff. But apparently Puff, he changed his name again. He wants to be known as Love, aka Brother Love. And
now,
I'm like,
now the wrestling
nigga, you Puff.
The wrestling fans were pretty much pissed off about that. They want to cease and desist because I'm the wrestling fan, and Bruce Pritchard, Mr. Let's Talk Wrestling, one of the best podcasters out there in the WWE or WWF at the time, he was known as the manager known as Brother Love, and he was like his skin was hella red, tan, and shit like that. And he was like a preacher. So wrestling fans just went like, nah, nigga, you better give respect to Bruce Pritchard, the real Brother Love. And it made headline stories and shit. So I was like, well, damn.
Yep.
So Diddy, just go back to being Diddy, Puff. Just stop changing your fucking name, bruh.
You're Puff Daddy. That's basically what we.
Just call him Puff Daddy. Call him Puffy, whatever, man. You're Diddy to me. I'm tired of trying to change your name on fucking iTunes every other album you're on.
Pretty much, man.
It's getting annoying at this point. So I just leave you as P Diddy because that's who the fuck you're. Puff Daddy, P Diddy, same nigga. Shit.
Whatever. But we got some music news.
Yeah.
In terms of music releases that's about to drop within the next few weeks, other than Eminem.
Yep.
So out here at Complex Con was out here over the weekend.
The Hype Beast convention.
Mm-hmm. And NERD made an appearance, and apparently they actually played their entire album for a select few people. And that's coming off of the song that they dropped last week that featured Rihanna rapping, that pretty much had social media taken back.
I still have not listened to that damn record. I keep telling myself to listen to it, and I still have not listened to it. I don't know why. Wow. I know.
It's pretty good. Her rap part's pretty good.
Damn, does Rihanna need to drop a fucking rap album?
I don't know, but she's doing the thing. So they played the album. It's an 11-track album that at this point may be dropping this week or next week. It's pretty much coming sometime in the near future.
Very, very soon, supposedly.
Yeah, and it's 11 tracks, and it's featuring the likes of King Kendrick, Andre 3000, Rihanna, as previously stated, Future, Ed Sheeran, MIA, Wale, and Gucci Mane.
Speaking of,
so this is star-studded feature list.
Side note about Andre 3000, he was at Complex Con, and he didn't do shit but sit in the middle of the floor and just doodle. And there was a camera on him, and people were literally surrounding him, and he was just drawing a picture of a naked woman.
That's that shit right there. That's why he's a legend.
How is that legend? You would actually pay money and watch Andre 3000 just to draw?
Hell no, I wouldn't. But there's a reason why he's a legend, and other people would do it.
Because they're fucking sheep. But, I guess. Oh, Miguel dropping an album. That's what's up. About damn time.
Yeah, so he announced War and Leisure will be dropping on December 1st. He's dropped a few singles. The first one was with Travis Scott, was pretty good. This one is it's right up my alley. You know what I'm saying? It's a little reminiscent of that Prince sound. So it came off pretty smooth, pretty good. So we'll be seeing how that album takes place. And Randall Cobb is out here with them wheels.
Yeah.
And then finally, you got Wiz Khalifa, who announced he's dropping his new album, Laugh Now, Fly Later, this Friday, November 10th. He's got 10 tracks on there, and so far they released the track list, and the only feature on there is from Casey Veggies, who I'm actually pretty
haven't heard that name. Haven't heard that name.
I know. I'm intrigued to hear that opening track because I like me some Casey Veggies, man. I like that guy.
Okay.
So we'll see how that all plays out from there. On a more somber note, we just got word that Meek Mill has just been sentenced to 2 to 4 years in Pennsylvania State Prison.
Philadelphia was out there trying to get him the fuck up out of here, bruh.
Yeah, apparently he violated terms of his probation. So if you remember a while back, there was that fight at the airport.
But he had nothing to do. He had nothing to do with that, though.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he got caught up in New York for doing wheelies on his fucking bike. And that's why how he violated his probation. And what I found out is that those charges were dropped. So they're just confused about why this judge just wanted to sentence him to 2 to 4 years. Like, what the fuck?
The judge just wants to make an example out of him. Because it makes no sense that you're violating charges that have been dropped. Like, that shit don't make no sense.
I have a feeling he's going to get out. If anything, he's probably going to have time already served. Because apparently, from what I've known, he's been on probation since he was like 14. Or just he's been on probation for like 10 years. They don't make no damn sense, bruh. So yeah, I have a feeling he's not going to be in jail that long, or he won't be in jail. Something's going to happen because that is some more bullshit. And I'm not a really big Meek Mill fan, but to see a black man go to jail for some bullshit, that's some bullshit. So
I ain't for all that. So prayers up to Meek, and
wins and losses.
Keep an eye on that news, and then
wins and loss. He took
another
big
rapper.
Loss.
Yeah. So you got Fetty Wap. And his ass got arrested out in New York over the weekend for drunk driving and drag racing.
In New York?
With one eye.
That nigga wanted to die or something.
So I'm going to give you the details. So he was going 100 miles per hour in a 50 mile per hour zone. Police caught up with him, pulled him over, had him blow in the breathalyzer, and he blew a 0.09. So, of course,
that's high.
Legal limit, yeah. And they pretty much booked him on 15 charges, which includes a DWI, reckless driving, and 4 counts of speed violations. And again, I want to let you know, he was drag racing with one eye.
Was he going against the ghost of Paul Walker? Like, nigga,
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Damn, Fetty, it ain't that bad. I mean, shit, I know y'all got pushed back, but shit, you could come back. Like, this wasn't the way. But I don't know what the hell's going on with these cats, man. Like, I don't be understanding, but it is what it is, I guess.
Well, and also nice news, another good news. Kid Cudi brought out Kanye over this weekend in Chicago.
Yes, he did.
Father Stretched My Hands, and, there's that. It kind of even fuels the rumor that Kanye and Cudi are working on their collab album, or working on a collab album, but on this point, I don't believe anything until shit comes out. So, especially when it comes to Kanye is just fucking crazy. But that was a good look, I guess.
Yeah, because, remember, he recorded 40 songs with Kendrick and 40 songs with Young Thug, and, no.
Oh, yeah, and there was supposed to be another album that was supposed to come out last year, but, that didn't happen. Even I told everyone, don't believe anything this nigga says. He's just
that shit, Tay.
Talking out his fucking ass, man. But, shout out to Kanye. So we're getting close to that 1 year anniversary when he said he was going to vote for Trump. How I know that? Because I just know it because I was there, fuckers.
Okay, well, there's that. And then to close out entertainment, I'm very, very happy to reveal this information. BET, following the success of the New Edition story biopic, they are now going to give the Bobby Brown story mini biopic its own spinoff for next fall. Woody McClain is going to be reprising his role as Bobby Brown. and they are going to dive into that shit from the point of when he was kicked out of New Edition, and it's going to pretty much cover everything from recording Don't Be Cruel to his affair with Janet Jackson, and ultimately the marriage between him and Whitney. I can't wait, man. Like there was just, again, when we brought this up at the beginning of the year, I was just saying there are certain things I just wanted to see involving all 6 members. I feel like we're going to get everything that we need to see from Bobby in this one for sure.
Well,
I'm excited to see this.
Of course, BET going to go all out with this shit. So that's going to be a really interesting movie. Probably that's going to come out in like what, next year maybe 2019.
Next fall.
Damn, it's been probably in the works for a minute then. So all right.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to BET, Black Entertainment Television, for sure.
Definitely.
Ran by white folks. But let's continue into music because we still on this topic. Some music dropped last week. And
it caught us off guard. I don't know. Well, I mean, one of them, which we saved that for last.
Yeah.
But the one that caught us off guard the most was 21 Savage, Offset, and Metro Boomin.
Man, no one asked for that shit. Like, honestly, nobody asked for that.
It was a mixtape EP album. I don't know what the hell it was. It was
honestly,
a project.
Like, side note.
Properly titled Without Warning.
Honestly, like, Apple, like, these rappers are getting that Piff and live mixtape stuff fuck up out of here.
Oh, yeah. It's a wrap. Like, it's a wrap at this point.
For real.
I played it over the weekend. I actually got to say, I was actually kind of surprised with the quality of the project. I mean, it's not one of those ones. It's 10 tracks, so it ain't nothing heavy. I mean, it's pretty similar to what Future and Young Thug did a few weeks ago.
That's why I didn't understand. I was trying to understand why they dropped this like 2 weeks after that. Sounds like some petty shit that Metro Boomin got, but that's another story.
I don't know. But I was pretty surprised with a few tracks in general. Ghostface Killer's the opening track that features Travis Scott. Nigga, them bells that open that shit up, and then that drum kicks in, and that motherfucking bass line, nigga, I was not expecting that. And I was like, wait, am I gonna like a fucking project with 21 Savage on it? What the fuck? And then the second track kicked in, which was Rap Save Me, which features Quavo. And I really had to question it, because 21 Savage wasn't bad on that. In fact, he was actually pretty tolerable on that one. And I was like, is this really about to happen? And then after that, it was like, nah, I knew it was too good to be true.
They just blew their load. Should have just been a 3-song EP then.
Pretty much. I mean, for those who are fans of them, they're going to like it. I mean, Offset's really making a name for himself at this point. So, I mean, a few of the tracks, they just funneling out. But Disrespectful and Darth Vader were towards the back end of it. I like those tracks. Those were pretty good ones. Overall, again, we weren't expecting it. So, I mean, I tried to listen to it. It is what it is. I tried to listen to it, but I just now started to tolerate Young Thug. And I really just grown to Future. So I could tolerate those two. But Offset and 21 Savage... And I'd rather just hear Offset with Migos than 21 Savage is just boo-boo. So yeah. I didn't really listen to it. Probably won't listen to it. Maybe later, but... That nigga was running.
He sure was. Running like a fucking cops were chasing his ass.
Yeah.
And he is...
so then
anyway.
Yeah, so then we'll transition from that. Maroon 5 dropped their album.
I need to listen to that. I'm a fan of Maroon 5. I am a fan of them, even though... I'm a fan of their first 2 albums, and then they kind of became too pop.
This album's meh. It's meh. Actually, it's not even meh. It's meh as fuck.
It's meh as fuck.
Like the album starts off with 2 great tracks that you're definitely gonna. Those are the kind of tracks where you gonna sing along in traffic in the car. So it starts off with Best for You, and then What Lovers Do, which features SZA. And you're like, damn, this is dope. And then after that, you're like, what the fuck?
I mean, yeah, it's not made for us. You got to know that. I mean, it's not made for specifically us. So
no, look, I've been following Maroon 5 for years.
Same here.
I don't.
When I say
those
us,
rules don't apply to me.
When I say us, I mean like we liked them when they weren't trying to be pop, when they were trying to be themselves. Now they just became too pop, and they're trying to be all mainstream and top 40 and shit like that. Which nothing bad about that, but you know,
Well, it's robbed the quality of their art.
Yeah.
Again, once you get those 2 songs out the way, it just becomes filler after that. Now there are some other highlights on that.
What a catch!
Yeah, that was nice. That Jones Jr. is a baller. You got Who I Am, which features Lunch Money Lewis. That was actually a pretty decent track. And then Whiskey, which features A$AP Rocky. That was a good one. But I mean,
like I said, that's the reason why I don't really listen to him like that no more. But I'll give that one a listen. But
yeah, so we go from that to arguably, I won't even call it arguably because it is what it is. He is a top 5 vocalist of this decade.
Top 5?
Sam Smith. Top 5 easy.
I thought you were about to talk about who we're going to talk about after this, but all right, go on.
No, you got Sam Smith, nigga.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I thought we were going to start talking about Chris Brown. I was like, nigga, I already got it. I'm already irritated when y'all compare him to Michael. And then you're going to tell him top 5 vocalists? The fuck? But Sam Smith.
What's wrong with you?
Hey, Sam Smith's the shit. Go on.
Yeah, so Sam Smith dropped his latest album, The Thrill of It All.
Man, that was the first track had me in my feelings, bro.
Too good at goodbyes. Let me tell you something right now.
Man.
Too good at... Look, I'm usually the type where I can withhold wanting to rewind a track off first listen of an album. And I played that first track. I rewound that motherfucker back 3 times, played it. I'm going to tell you how in my feelings I was with that track. Nigga, I ain't talked to my girlfriend since the Lakers were actual championship contenders.
Shit.
And I was thinking about scrolling through my phone and starting to put some lyrics in that motherfucker. Like, I was that shit. He turned one of them I'm good without you type songs into a damn spiritual.
Hell yeah.
And that shit sounded amazing. Golly.
I think Burning sounded more amazing. I mean,
Burning was great when those harmonies, the backing harmonies came into play. Yeah, easily. And then he had that nice R&B soulful feel with "Baby You Make Me Crazy."
Oh yes, that was good.
That was dope. And then of course when he ended it with "Pray."
I didn't listen. I didn't get that far yet. I'm gonna listen to it like later because
you're missing out. See,
no. You
out here bullshitting.
I wasn't bullshitting. I just didn't get to the last song. There's a difference.
No, you bullshit. How do you not get to probably the highlight of the album?
Well, because I was rewinding Burning because that shit was in my soul.
See,
I felt that shit.
You can't be rewinding stuff if you ain't gonna finish.
Nigga.
You gotta rewind when you know you have the time to rewind. See, I rewound the shit when I was on my walk. My walks usually take about an hour or 15 minutes, so I knew I had time.
Well, I was on the treadmill running, listening to this shit, and I was in my feelings, so I had to stop a few times so I won't fucking cry and shit. I ain't scared.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Niggas cry. But Sam Smith, he about to get them Grammys next year. He's gonna probably see. This is what I always say about Adele and Sam Smith. Every time Adele shows up, Sam Smith disappears. When Sam Smith shows up, Adele disappears. So, things that make you go.
It's like a handicap match on your ass.
I guess, man. It's like tag in, tag out.
Basically.
They might be the same person.
Ooh. You never know.
Never know. That means that he might be a top 2 vocalist.
Maybe. But yeah, y'all need to, if you ain't been up on game yet, go get this damn album for sure. This is one of them ones.
That nigga, though.
Get this album for sure.
Sam Smith,
now,
that nigga.
Your reading comprehension was off par, so now we finally arrived to who you thought I was talking about being a top 5 vocalist in the decade.
I was about to just stop the show at that point. Like, nah. You ain't gonna... I'm tired of the whole Michael Jackson comparison. You gonna say top 5 vocalist Chris Brown? See, every time Chris Brown hits them high notes, he sounds like a dying cat.
Damn.
No, literally. Listen to him when he hits a high note. He did it on this album. It does not sound good.
I'll take your word for it. But we've been prepping for this for a cool minute. Not because we've been prepping for the quality. We just been prepping for the quantity.
Prepping? That was you prepping for it. I wasn't prepping for it. I wasn't even going to listen to it. Look, man, there's 45 tracks. You got to prep for this shit.
Oh,
yeah, shit. Yeah, the album. Yeah. See,
it's 45 fucking songs.
We mentioned it last week. This nigga dropped. I couldn't believe he did it. I thought it was going to be a double disc. No, he dropped it all at once. It's a 45-track album. Like in physicals, whenever he releases it, it's a 2-disc, of course. But on iTunes, on Apple Music, it is literally a 45-track album. So, Y'all know how I feel about Chris Brown. I don't like that nigga. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I know how talented he is, but he's done too much fuckboy shit in this universe for me to ever give a fuck about anything he does. If I hear him on a feature track, I'm gonna give him his credit, but I'm not gonna listen to a full project. Now, God has a sense of humor, and he's like,
he does.
And when I was on Twitter, the majority of my timeline was talking about how great the album was. So I wasn't going to listen to him. I'm like, man, y'all just talking shit. But then more people started talking about it. And I was just like, all right, fuck y'all. So.
Oh, man.
So the World Series was on. Game 7 was on for the World Series. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this challenge. And I was cooking at the same time. So I decided to call it the Chris Brown 45 track challenge. I think that's what I call it. I called it something. I call it the Busby listens to the Chris 45 breezy tracks. That's what I called it. Long ass hashtag, but fuck it. It was, y'all can look it up. It was Busby listens to 45 breezy tracks. Breezy records. I think that's what was the hashtag. If y'all find it, whatever. If y'all care about it. So I sat for 2 hours and 38 minutes. It was basically 3 hours, and I listened to every single song on that album. 45 tracks. I listened to all 45 tracks of this album.
What do you think?
And I'll give you this. Chris Brown is a really talented guy. Really, really talented. His lyrics all the same. Music sounds the same. But there is quality to this shit. And quite honestly, the first 17 tracks of this album, like 1 through 17, they're damn near perfect to me. They are damn near perfect. But I told JC this, and I said it on Twitter, and I'm going to tell y'all. You can literally pinpoint exactly what songs he needed to trim out the fat. He needed to trim out the fat on certain songs. Because when he gets to that stretch, like to the second half of the album, you can literally pinpoint what songs you could take out. Now, with me, 1 through 17, that shit was amazing to me. Absolutely. To me, it was damn near just perfection to me. To me, it was. But let me get the song out right now, because I didn't really give a damn. Bear with me, people. But
yeah, see, for me, while you go search for that,
found it.
I didn't even make it to past the 25th track.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. That's why it's called Challenge, because But right after Party, right after the song with Usher and Gucci Man, that's when you should start nitpicking. Sensei, that need to get cut. Summer Breeze need to get cut. No Exit need to get cut. Pills and Automobiles with Yo Gotti and shit. I'm sorry, that's one of the star making tracks. I did not like that song. If I want to make one album, that's gonna get cut. Hurt the Same need to get cut. I Love Her. Those two songs, bruh. Those songs were like subliminals to Karrueche. You can clearly tell he's still feeling the type of way.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, that goes without saying. He's definitely feeling some way about Kaleidoscope.
Oh, my God. Just say her damn name, man.
I did say it.
No, say Karrueche. Say Carew.
I said it. I said her name is Ketchup.
Say Carew. Say Carew.
I did. No, her name is Kangaroo. I'm saying the name. What you want me to say? Dude,
no, just say it. I want to say it by a syllable. Like, say Carew. So say it.
Camel.
Man, fuck you, man. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, okay. Other niggas, that's a slapper. That's an undeniable slapper. Tough Love, trash. Paradise is cool. No, that was trash. Covered in You, Even for the Michael Jackson sample. Nah. High End, that need to get cut with featuring Young Thug. The video was just all over the place. I don't know if you saw the video when he's all demonic and shit like that, trying to do his Thriller.
Nope.
That shit was nah. On Me, Tell Me What to Do, Frustrated Enemy, pretty much all the way down until Yellow Tape. That was a dope ass record. And Weedy Weep, that was cool. And Only For Me with Ty Dolla $ign. And after that, everything else could go in the trash.
Yeah, see, for me, like I said, I made it to the 25th track. Well, I shouldn't say I made it to the 25th track. I did listen to the Ty Dolla $ign record with Verse Simmons. I agree. That one should have been. If we're going to construct our own condensed version, I agree. That one definitely has to go on the album.
That would have been the last track. It was perfect as the last track. It would have been.
But for me, it just, like you're saying, the first 17 tracks perfection. And me, I didn't even like the first actual legit track that I was like, yo, this is for sure. This is the one, was Rock Your Body, which was track 8. Like that's not to say anything was bad about the previous ones. It was just like they were so typical, manufactured, where it was like, all right, like, I get it. He's been doing this for years now. And Rock Your Body was like the first one where it was like, okay, this is he's been doing this for years, but this is vintage what he's been doing.
That was but if you saw the description of the album, it said you're going through a journey through every genre of Chris Brown's music.
Yeah, well, he should have condensed that shit. Like when he was going with the Caribbean sounds, like he had 3 different Caribbean sounds in the first damn 10 songs. It's like, yo, my man, like, what are we doing here?
You gotta act like E40 don't do the same shit when he drops his fucking anthology of albums and shit.
Yeah, well, he's got cohesiveness. Each one has a theme.
True.
This shit was just like
it was a playlist.
You were it was
playlist music.
Exactly. Like this was pretty much in the same stratosphere as when Drake dropped
More Life.
Yeah.
More Life was kind of more cohesive, kind of. And even though it was a playlist, it played like a fucking playlist, pretty much. This shit is disguised as an album, but it has playlist tracks in it. If that makes sense.
There's no rhyme or reason for this project at all. Like
there was no reason for it.
I think Joe Budden said it best. You just put this shit on shuffle and you won't even know the difference.
I said the same shit. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. You can literally put this shit on shuffle. There's no cohesive, there's no theme, there's no nothing. And then the fact that Chris Brown had to go out on social media, he had to go on Instagram and try to instruct his fans on how to listen to the album, how to buy the album. Like, he's obsessed with sales. He wanted to try to take over the Billboard to see if he could still do it, like some cokehead. And
yeah, they denied that shit real quick.
Yeah, because the music drops are on when the music on Fridays, so it wasn't a full week, so he dropped it on when was Halloween? Last Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, he tried to drop it on Tuesday, and yeah, of course they didn't count it all. I mean, he showed up at number 3 on the charts. He sold exactly 45,000 copies at least, but I mean, it's not surprising. And like I said, some cokehead shit at this point.
Basically,
you really thought you're gonna have people actually sit there and listen to all 45 tracks? I did it. I was like Cove said, like Busby did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that.
Yeah, I thank you for going through that, so I didn't have to go through that.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, Rock Your Body was good, Tempo was good. Man, I was listening to the lyrics of "Handle It" with Dej Loaf and Lil Yachty. That shit's comical and not in a good way.
I actually enjoyed that. Was the tracks I actually enjoyed. Actually,
nah.
Just for the whole theme of it and shit.
Nah, not even for just save that shit. You should have let Lil Yachty drop that shit so that way we could be like, well, it's Lil Yachty. Okay, I guess. Nah.
Ain't no peekaboo on this.
Yeah, so Tempo, To My Bed was decent, and then the one that really stood out to me the most was Hope You Do, which was the Donnell Jones Where I Want to Be sample.
Yeah. That shit not. See, that's
Definitely.
the thing. When the songs are good, they are good. And then if it's just it would just be like, that's not like hella Michael Irvin of me. Oh, when it was cold, it was cold.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically. But I mean, yeah, if y'all want to take that challenge, y'all go ahead and do so.
Y'all don't have to do that. You can just listen to what I said or what we said. But
yeah, I mean, if you want to do like me, I'll probably have this out by the end of the week. I'm just gonna put the tracks I liked and put it in one fucking playlist,
and just press. And in the description, just press shuffle.
Yep, basically.
Yeah,
because there's really no rhyme or reason for
there was no reason for him to release this album. Like, he did it. I don't know.
There was a reason to release the album, but it wasn't a reason to release the album in this format.
And yeah, and then also when those songs when he was pretty much dissing Karuchi. It was just like, just prove my point about who you are as a person. You kept on your fucking documentary. You're talking about how much of a great person, a changed person you are, and here you are on the album dissing her subliminally, of course, because you don't like saying names. So,
yeah, it's like, all right, man. Like, you just want to have to come to terms that this is a wrap with Kentucky Fried Chicken. Like, it's done.
Well, you want a 6-piece with that?
Maybe. I know Quavo got a few 6-pieces. Oh yeah.
Shit. Anyway.
But, as you said earlier, you listened to this escapade during Game 7 of the World Series.
Yep.
And that's how we gonna funnel into sports. I wish I could say there was a parade after Game 7 in L.A., but
the Giant fans are happy there was no parade.
Yeah, that shit that shit was made clear before the second inning was even over. Like that,
they fucked up in the first inning. They made mental mistakes. That's what they did. They just gave it to him. They literally just gave it to him. So you're not even a Dodgers fan, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't even watching. I didn't even watch the game. Something told me, like, don't waste your time watching this game. Put the game on Sirius XM and go make that Uber money. And I kid you not, before the second inning was over, I was like, I'm so glad I made that damn decision.
Yeah.
I was like, man, y'all just like, I'm listening to it. And again, it's like you said, I'm not even a Dodgers fan. I'm not even a baseball fan like that. But I'm just listening to it. I'm like, y'all deserve this shit. Y'all done fucked up. Like, y'all need to sulk in this shit, with this bullshit. And I got back home and I actually caught the end and saw the final out. So, I mean, congrats to the Astros because, they did their thing and they did it for their city after the disaster and catastrophe.
Yeah, you should have saw Paul Wall's Instagram. He was like, "We won the championship! We won the championship!" Man, they were hella happy. Everyone in Texas, everyone in Houston was happy them niggas won. So,
yeah,
shout out to the Astros. Oh yeah,
definitely.
But the Giants were hella petty. Giants fans were extremely petty when that shit happened because also it was on the anniversary of when the Giants won the World Series.
Wasn't it the first of the three?
The first one, yeah. That's what made them extra petty. So, so. Shout out to that.
Covers baseball. That covers baseball for the rest of the year. So we ain't gonna be bringing that shit up until next year at this time. We don't follow baseball like that. So yeah. Around episode
whatever,
90, something,
whatever, shit.
You'll catch that there.
I don't even know if y'all even watch baseball like that because we sure in the hell don't, except the playoffs.
Sure as hell don't.
Shit.
But before that took place, some shit popped off in the NFL. Like, I was waking up to updates that morning, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because the trade deadline was that Tuesday. And usually there's not shit that pops off at the trade deadline.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't,
But my thought process was the NFL was looking at the NBA offseason, and they was like, bet. Because the amount of transactions that took place on the deadline, nigga, these weren't just some basic-ass transactions. Like, the Dolphins traded away running back Jay Ajayi to the Eagles for a fucking fourth-rounder to try to, quote-unquote, prove a point to their players. And I'm like, yeah, that's really going to prove a point. You sent a Pro Bowl running back to the best fucking team in the NFL.
What kind of point was that?
I don't know.
Why do these coaches still have these high school mentality shit? Like,
I don't know.
These are grown-ass men.
What do you expect from the Dolphins after one of their fucking coaches was snorting coke off a damn table?
True.
Fucking same thing as Chris Brown. Guy's damn cokehead mentality. I don't know, but whatever. So they want to teach him a lesson. And he goes out, and yesterday he was the leading rusher for the damn team and ran a damn 46-yard touchdown.
And their record is better, and they're like a favorite to go to the playoffs. Okay. Okay, Dolphins. That's why y'all got smacked last night.
Yeah. The Panthers traded away wide receiver Kelvin Benjamin to the Bills for a damn 3rd and 7th round pick. They played the Jets last Thursday, so he didn't learn the playbook in time, so they just kept him out. But that had me scratching my head too, because I'm like, damn, y'all really not trying to help Cam out here, I guess. All right, whatever. And then the biggest news was actually news that didn't even take place. So, you want to know how trash the Cleveland Browns are?
They're always trash. You can't
really
say how trash they are because trash is too good of a word to describe the Cleveland Browns.
Do you want to understand how inept this damn organization is?
How in depth or trash is the Cleveland Browns?
So the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals, they had a trade on the table ready to go. The Bengals were going to send the Browns quarterback A.J. McCarron, and they were going to receive back some draft picks. So when you do a trade, both teams have to call into the league offices to let them know that this is going down, and the league has to approve it.
Yeah.
So the Bengals, they upheld their part of the deal. They called the league office. The Cleveland Browns got off the phone with the Bengals, and then they started celebrating. And as a result, they missed the deadline calling into the league, and the deal never took place. Here's where it gets even more interesting.
I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
No, trust me, I say it gets better, but it's just going to piss people off. So just let me explain further.
Okay.
Had this deal gone through, it was rumored that the Bengals were going to bring Kaepernick in for a workout and likely were going to sign him as the backup quarterback. So the Cleveland Browns not only fucked themselves over, they pretty much fucked over everybody that was, that's on Kaepernick's side and wants to see him back on the NFL. Congratulations, Cleveland Browns. Congratulations.
Bengals are trash anyway. I'd rather have them on a winning team. So,
at this point, beggars can't be choosers. You just got to get him back in the NFL.
Well, wait till next season because this is just a loss. This season is just put this shit in rice. This season, so
yeah, and you say wait till next year. There's actually a good possibility because 7 owners have been deposed in the Kaepernick collusion case.
They said they want all 32 of them niggas.
Yeah, but they go on after 7 right now.
And they want their emails.
Yes, they want their emails, their phone records, and, those who are leading the charges on that are, of course, Jerry Jones, Robert Kraft, Bob McNair. Your favorite, Jed York, is actually getting called in, amongst a few more. And word is now, recently, they actually added Roger Goodell to the list.
Man, they said, like, Jerry Jones and I think Jed York, they all agreed. They're cooperating. So
yeah, so we'll see what takes. I mean, Jerry got lawyers on top of lawyers. Like, I don't even think he tripping. I mean, his whole thing is like
he already did his Control Alt Delete. He already deleted shit. So.
Yeah, he's basically looking at them like, you see what's going on with Ezekiel Elliott, which at this point, every Tuesday and Wednesday, Ezekiel Elliott is suspended, and then Friday.
Not even Friday. Maybe like 24 hours after. Oh, he can play. Like they even said this week, there is no possible way he's not gonna be suspended this week. Oh well, you were right, but he's back on the field by what? Friday morning. Like, come on, Nick, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Right. So Roger Goodell's dealing with that. And then on top of that, the biggest news that came from the NFL outside of the games being played yesterday and tonight and Thursday night, Papa John's CEO, John Schnatter. We're going to call him
Smithers. No, how about Smithers?
No, we're going to call him John Shitters.
Smithers.
Because he came up with a bullshit-ass excuse saying that the NFL protests are hurting his business. So while he was discussing the company's third quarter earnings, he said, quote, "The NFL has hurt us. More importantly, by not resolving the current debacle to the players' and owners' satisfaction. NFL leadership has hurt Papa John's shareholders. So this should have been nipped in the bud a year and a half ago."
So pretty much what he said is these niggas are fucking up my sales. Is that what he just meant? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, these niggas is fucking up my sales and not this whack-ass, cheap-ass, bullshit-ass, sweet-ass sauce that's on my damn cardboard-ass pizza.
I never had Papa John's.
Look, you know how we tell everybody people got too much sauce when they looking dipped in butter and all that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this shit got too much sauce but for all the wrong fucking reasons. That's pretty bad. That summarizes Papa John's pizza.
I mean, Peyton Manning needs to fucking distance himself after hearing that shit.
Yeah, you would think. So he says that, and then no joke, about less than 24 hours later, his net worth actually dropped $70 million.
Everybody distanced themselves from that nigga, man.
Damn motherfucking the shareholders, that shit went down 12%. And then what made it even more funny was rivals Pizza Hut and fucking DiGiorno's. DiGiorno's ain't even delivered. It's in a fucking grocery store. They got on their social media handles and they was like, I don't know what the fuck kind of problems you be having, but around these streets, we doing just great.
Hey, DiGiorno's good though, man. DiGiorno good as motherfucker. But Round Table's hella fucking good though.
Oh yeah. So side note, I'm on that. You remember when LeBron did that paleo diet when he took out all the damn grain and dairy from his diet and all he was eating was like meats, vegetables, and fruits.
Yeah.
So I'm doing paleo, and the past weekend was like my final farewell to all the fatty shit. And of course, I had to go out and do the right thing for the culture. So since DiGiorno stood up for the culture, my last meal yesterday was one whole ass, full ass DiGiorno pizza, and I ate that motherfucker to myself, and it was delicious.
Man, you do that a week before I come out there, because I'm gonna pig out.
Yeah, you on your own. I mean, as long as we can eat meats, I do have one alternative though. On another side note. There's a mashed cauliflower, and it's designed to substitute mashed potatoes. I was skeptical at first, but nigga, them shits was so good, I called my mama right there, and I was like, look, I don't know what you doing with these mashed potato stuff, but you need to drop that shit and go on this mashed cauliflower. And she was like, boy, I've been trying to tell you about this shit. And I was like, well, you ain't tell me hard enough, and I'm mad at you.
Nigga, when I go out there, I'm going to go to the grocery store and get some fucking DiGiorno. You got me fucked up. Shit. It's my birthday week. So you gonna eat this junk, nigga. Pause.
So they say all that stuff, and again, it's like you said. Basically, he's saying, these niggas is fucking up my sales. But really, we all know what this boils down to:
racism.
Well, not only that. So if you remember a few weeks ago, Roger Goodell had his extension up, and all the owners were pretty much all for it, except for a select few. One of which ended up being Jerry Jones. When the Papa John's shit came out. They did some research. Well, Jerry Jones is the number 2 stake owner in the goddamn company. So much so that he owns 49% and has 100 plus locations throughout, including having Papa John's being the number 1 pizza provider for Jerry's World. So me, thinking, and then, obviously listening to the different media outlets, it's clear what's going on. Jerry Jones is using Papa John as a motherfucking puppet. To say this stuff just to add some more fuel to the fire because he's not fucking with Roger Goodell at all. And so much so that he's led half of the damn league's owners and they're pretty much in disagreement with continuing with this nigga getting his extension. And it's just more drama that's just going to boil over and keep boiling over.
Until there's a fucking lockout in the next few years.
Which at this point needs to take place because then you got Richie Incognito, who plays for the Buffalo Bills. So you remember Incognito? He's the one that was
Isn't he a lineman?
Yeah, remember he was bullying the guy that graduated from Stanford that played for the Dolphins. You remember that whole shit?
Motherfucker. Yeah, he got a team, and he's still playing. And Kaepernick isn't.
Yep, he's on the Buffalo Bills. So again, the Buffalo Bills played on a Thursday night, and after the game, he basically said Thursday night football is bullshit, and I couldn't agree with him anymore.
It is bullshit. They should
now, the
honestly.
Reason why it's,
Honestly,
now,
the
reason why it's
play.
bullshit is they don't have the scheduling right. Like, for me, I figured out a way that you could do this shit and get out a very good product. What you got to do is you got to make sure that the teams playing this Thursday night football game are coming off of bye weeks.
It's real shit.
That's really the only way you're going to get a good product. And you got to make sure that at least half of these games got to be divisional games. That's when shit gets real. So if you can get these guys coming off of bye weeks and make at least half of these games divisional games, you got something there. But for now, you got these guys coming off of, they say 4 days rest, but let's be clear with something. I'll give you the inside scoop.
They're practicing.
These dudes might as well be coming off a day's rest. Like, I wouldn't even say 24 hours rest before they're right back into the fold getting ready for the game. So it's like you said, when the next collective bargaining when the bargaining meetings start taking place, they just need to be willing to sit out until they get everything that they need and deserve at this point. So they got that going on, which, that leads into week 9. And I don't know what the fuck was going on yesterday, but apparently the NFL was running a promotion for motherfucking free smoke. Free smoke was going on in the NFL this week.
There was a full moon this weekend, dog. I don't know. People act weird when there's a full moon, and I guess it trickled into the NFL because damn near every other team was fighting.
Daylight savings time.
Nigga gonna get their sleep in. Something.
Because there was free smoke everywhere. So the first incident took place between the Bengals and the Jaguars. I don't know what the fuck Jalen Ramsey said to AJ Green, but
he did
clearly
something.
It was
that boy just pushed AJ. Yeah. He just pushed him lightly.
All he did was
a light push, and then he just gets up and just chokes him to the ground and starts throwing balls to him with the helmet on his face, but started just punching him. And I was like, "Really, bruh? Really?" You saw the
out of it, Jalen was the one that got ejected.
For real. And then AJ Green was still talking shit too. He's going like, "Yeah, let's come on, bring it, bruh." Like he was still talking shit. So,
I don't know what was going on there, but that was the first incident. The second incident was between the Buccaneers and the Saints.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck was on Jameis Winston's mind. He was already out the game at that point.
Did you see his? Well, side note, did you see his little speech in the beginning?
Yeah, Bleacher Report put that shit on. I got a notification from it, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about his pregame speech. It ain't telling me shit. Like, whatever.
But did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it.
No, there's a reason why.
Once you've seen a Jameis Winston pregame speech, you've seen them all.
No, you haven't seen this one. There was a reason why they put it up there. because this nigga was like, he's like, you know what I'm looking for right now? You know what I'm thinking? And he just licks his fingers into his hand, and he makes it into the West Side, but he makes it as a W. He licks his fingers, like he literally looks like he's eating his fingers, and he makes it to his, like, that's a W right there. That's a W right there. And everyone is just looking at him like, what?
Like I said, once you've seen one Jameis Winston pregame talk, you've seen them all. Because if you remember, he was looking at the squad and he was like, is y'all strong? They said we were strong. I said, okay, then we gonna be strong together. So once you've seen one, you've seen them all. That don't even surprise me.
No, that shit was just weird as fuck. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah, but back to the story at hand. I don't know why the fuck he was pointing his finger at the back of Marshawn Lattimore's helmet, but he's pretty much tapping the back of it. Marshawn ain't taking that shit. So he turns back and he shoves him out the way. And out of nowhere, wide receiver Mike Evans flies out and shoves the shit out of Lattimore to the ground, and it starts a scuffle right there. The report came out just about an hour ago saying that Mike Evans is he's suspended for next week's game. NFL's like that's too much free smoke. Matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, that damn game, the only reason why that game ended so peacefully was because one damn player actually had to get carted off the damn field. Yeah. Like, because at that point, they was ready to, like, shit was going to go forward. You may have seen this next one, because at this point, I wasn't really paying attention to the NFL.
No,
but I didn't. There was more free smoke. There was more free smoke out in Santa Clara, because Niners and Cardinals was playing, and next thing I know, I'm getting updates again, and this time it looked like the damn sidelines were clearing.
So, yeah, I didn't see what happened. I turned it off because, we were just that trash. And
yeah, so again, I don't know what kind of promotion the NFL was running, but I missed the memo for free smoke everywhere. Like, I clearly missed that one.
Yeah, free smoke, I guess.
Free smoke, and that was just in the games. There was more free smoke that took place off the damn field. So Tony Romo was covering the Cowboys and Chiefs game. His first appearance back, they did this nice little montage appearance for him. He was all emotional. There was a play that took place where defensive back Marcus Peters, he made an executive decision because he's worth a good deal of money now. He didn't necessarily go for a tackle. He kind of stepped back. And Romo made the comment saying that, Marcus Peters, at times he makes Deion Sanders look like a good tackler. Word got back to Prime later on that evening, and Prime opened up a can of whoop ass.
Oh, verbally. Did he ever?
And it sounded like he's been holding on to this for a long time. Because he looked, and I don't think he held
on to it for a long time.
I think he's been holding on to it for a long time because Deion done got his hair back, and Deion been back on that reckless shit. I don't know if you noticed, but I've noticed.
I don't think he held on to it. He was just saying the obvious. I mean, it's pretty much the obvious when it comes to Romo. There's a reason why everyone says Romo. Romo put a Romo.
It's clear he was holding on to that because when he started this shit off by saying, Tony, I tried to take the high road, but I don't know the address. Nah, bruh. He been holding on to this ether for a while. He said, you've been a starter. You was a starter for 10 years. You had a 2-4 playoff record. I got a gold jacket I didn't buy.
Yeah,
I didn't buy my gold jacket.
That was fucked up.
Then he hit so low with this. He said, Dak says hi and bye. And then he closed that shit out with just like, man,
19 interceptions in 2012. You throw to everybody but me.
Yeah, like, come on, man. You saying he's saying the obvious? Nah, he was holding on to that shit.
It is the obvious. I mean, it is the obvious because it's the truth. The truth is pretty obvious at the end of the day. That's the whole point of the truth. It's obvious. I mean, that's what I always say about Romo. Great player, but he just makes a whole bunch of bullshit plays. Nigga is low key. He's a great player, but he's like Dan Marino.
Yeah. Basically. So, shout out to Prime for, getting his hair back and as a result of getting his hair back.
Also, when it comes to Romo, I mean, it wasn't like Romo was lying about Deion Sanders, too. Deion Sanders can't tackle for shit, too. He's scared to tackle, but that's another story.
Man, like Deion Sanders said at his Hall of Fame speech, who are you to say he was afraid to tackle when he tackled every last one of his mama's bills once he got that money? And I say that's exactly right because back then the NFL was a little different. When you was a covering defensive back, they didn't worry about you tackling. Deion Sanders took away half the damn field by himself. I don't give a fuck about his tackling. The fuck? He took away half the field.
Yeah, he did. He was prime time for a reason. He was that good.
He was and will forever be that nigga. on the football field. I don't give a fuck about his tackling.
No, that's a
former Romo.
That's a former Niner too. Speaking of fucking Niners, 0-9.
Yeah, 0-9. Raiders. We went out to Raiders stayed out on the East Coast after the Buffalo game last week. Sunday Night Football. It was a pretty entertaining game. Went down to the wire. Marshawn showed his ass with 2 touchdowns. Pulled out the W 27-24. 4-5 never sounded so damn good considering what we went through last year.
Y'all on that wild card hunt. That's what y'all in right now.
Yeah. So they got a bye week along with the 49ers. So we'll see what takes place when they get back.
And I saw my homeboy. I bumped into my homeboy a few nights ago. Well, last night actually. And he knows I'm a Niner fan and shit like that. And he's been cracking on me for the past 9 weeks. And he said he looked at me and he was like, "Oh, knock knock." And I was like, "Who's there?" Owen. Owen who? 0-9, baby. Damn. And I just flipped him off, and he just went. The whole Vincent Price laugh. Oh fuck you! He's a fucking Colts fan too. Like he ain't got no room to be laughing. No, he knows he got a ring. He just likes seeing the Niners suffer. So just whatever, nigga. Fuck my team.
Yeah.
I'm just not fuck my team, but I'm just numb to everything. So you can't get any more worse than this. We could just not win the whole season and get the first pick. But
I mean, you're gonna have to try to beat out the Cleveland Browns, who I told you are very incompetent both on the field and off the field.
Well,
so
we could share that.
You might lose out on that too.
We could share the pick.
They just that damn bad.
We could share.
There was a boxing match that took place over the weekend.
I saw this clip. That shit was funny as hell.
Heavyweight champ Deontay Wilder. He put hands in Anthony Joseph's life, and he did it in 48 seconds.
Man, I saw the fucking funny thing. I saw the press conference, and he even looked at it and said, "You know I'm gonna hurt you. You know I'm gonna put hands on you, boy. I'm gonna hurt you." And it's always the ones that talk the most shit that always get their ass whooped.
Oh yeah,
and that's what happened. He just beat the shit out of him.
Literally. I don't know why he was talking that way because Deontay Wilder is 6'7", and he's 6'7" with reach.
Why was he going against a nigga that was twice his size?
He wanted a chance at that heavyweight title, I guess.
That's the thing.
They can't find enough fighters to go against this nigga. So so they got to find anybody. And I mean, he was talking shit, but he wasn't talking afterwards. Matter of fact, his mouth was still caught in the damn ropes.
That nigga was leaning the fuck back in those ropes.
Yeah. Yeah, so for those who have had in-depth listens with the Big Crit's latest album, that track Layup, that's basically what this shit was for Deontay Wilder. This shit was a goddamn layup. Layup, yeah. Yeah, that's what this motherfucker was.
That nigga did the whole Shinsuke Nakamura fucking lean back shit. You know how Nakamura does that lean back when he gets to the ropes? That's what old boy did. He leaned all the way back. This
was motherfucking Nakamura, Fat Joe, Remy Ma. They all, Dirty South lean, everything leaned up was what Anthony Joseph was dealing with at the end of that fight.
That nigga was fucked up.
Yeah, so shouts out to Deontay. And then we finally get to the NBA. Very excited to let everybody know and all these Laker haters know that we is still at 500 after 3 weeks. We are 5-5. And a lot of motherfuckers was not expecting that. I'm just, expecting growth and, just seeing how this journey plays out with these youngins. I'm very excited for this team, man. Like, this team ain't just 500. Like, we 500 playing defense. Like, it's amazing. Like, we making defensive stops. We got 4 players who are averaging 15 points or more at this point. Everybody's still focused on Lonzo's points per game and his shooting, but they failed to realize that his plus-minus has been damn near impeccable throughout these first 10 games. Certain games, he ain't even having turnovers, which is very tough for a point guard in this day and age. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Like, this is like Kuz is clearly, he has shown his ass to be the steal of this year's draft. Like, I don't know how he went to number 27, but I'm glad he went to number 27 to us. So we'll see how that plays out for sure. They got a 4-game road trip this week. So we'll see how that goes. Cavs looking like ass. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but
I've been seeing they've been losing a lot.
That project ain't working. I just got one question to ask. Y'all still mad at Kyrie or not? Because they looking like ass, and Kyrie out here, I think they on a 9-game winning streak with the Celtics right now.
I mean, hey, man, it's early. The season's still early, bro.
I mean, the season's still early, and for all intents and purposes, the Cavs are going to go to the finals. But again, this wasn't about this year. This was for long term. And clearly, the long term does not see LeBron staying in Cleveland.
Oh, of course not.
So, we're not going to talk about mad at Kyrie for.
We're not going to talk about LeBron's process. We're not going to talk about LeBron's legendary game on Friday, though.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to he scored 57. I mean, that's what great players do.
Yeah, they got to show their ass. He was balling his ass off, though.
Yeah,
shit.
It's LeBron's one man. He has a team literally full of old ass men. Like it's literally like no country for old ass men. We'll see how that goes. I'm not shit. Whatever. But speaking back on the Lakers, shit, they trying to do a buyout with Luol Deng, so he can get that contract off the books. So I'm like, shit, just let him go. Shit, he can sign with the Cavs too, for all I care. I don't give a damn. Kristaps Porzingis really got the Knicks out here looking.
That white boy, man. Shit, I saw him last season. That dude's
balling, man.
He's been balling. That white boy can jump.
He out here balling, man. He ain't 7'3" for nothing. Like he out here hooping.
That white boy can dunk.
Yeah, he's got the Knicks looking formidable. Shit. There's some teams that look formidable right now that everybody wasn't expecting to see. And then you got Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. Giannis Antetokounmpo, dog. This dude is a 2K created player putting up 2K numbers. Like, when this show's over, I want you to look this nigga up and look at his stat lines. This shit don't make sense how he's putting these numbers up. It's ridiculous. He's the one I told you that Kobe put the challenge out to get MVP this year.
And that's what he's trying to do.
Shit, he looking like he get MVP for the next 5 years. There's no reason to be 6'10" with that kind of skill set. I don't even think he's 23 yet. He's still young as hell.
Oh, it's the youngins.
Yeah. So he out in Milwaukee balling. Now off the court, again, apparently just free smoke everywhere. So if you remember when Draymond Green spoke on Bob McNair's, the owner for the Texans, comments last week, he did a follow-up where he was saying they asked him, just about the situation with the owners, and he stopped the guy from the media, and he was like, well, for starters, I think we should stop using the word owner and maybe use the word chairman in professional sports.
Man, fuck
I don't know. No, this is Draymond Green saying that.
Oh.
I don't know why this pissed off Mark Cuban, the owner for the Mavericks, but he got pissed off with that, and he came back, shot back, and said for him to try to turn it into something it's really wrong, and he actually owes the NBA an apology.
Go fuck yourself.
My thing is, for those who don't know, I've been saying fuck Mark Cuban for 7 years now. Damn, it's been 7 years since he fucked up that damn Chris Paul trade to the Lakers. I've been saying fuck Mark Cuban for all them years. And last offseason, it really extended to the point where it was fuck this whole ass motherfucker. Because not only did he do that 7 years ago, but he did a fucking transaction that enabled the damn Warriors to get Kevin Durant. So it was like, wait a minute, your bitch ass got a problem with us getting Chris Paul and unleashing all that money, but you was willing to help out the Warriors get Kevin Durant and fuck up the whole landscape of the NFL. You bitch ass hoe ass motherfucker.
NBA. You said
the
NFL,
NBA.
Bro.
See, NFL, NBA, I don't give a fuck. You did all that shit, and man, fuck you. That's how I feel about Mark Cuban.
I have no problem with Mark Cuban. He doesn't like Trump, and I don't like Trump, and he seems like a chill dude. And I remember when he was on Monday Night Raw, he got thrown through a table. And and he's like, this nigga's worth billions of dollars, and he wanted to go through a table, so shit. He gets my respect for that.
Fuck Mark Cuban.
Well, I like him.
I don't like anybody.
I don't like Jed York.
Yeah, well, fuck. Now you know, Now you know exactly how I feel when it comes to a motherfucking owner fucking up plans and shit. It's basically what the fuck he did to my organization. And set us back. Now that's why we in the regrouping period we in now. Fuck Mark Cuban.
Well, lighter note, our boys, Kobe and Kendrick had a little sit-down interview with Complex.
Yep.
That was really interesting with that dude's Jinx. Talk about how
Shout
great
out Jinx. I like Jinx's work.
Honestly, Complex is I don't know what it is about conflict, but when they're I can see them slowly transitioning to the visuals when it comes to stories and other stuff. They're doing great with that. I give them props for that shit. But when it comes to their writing,
I was just about to say, I mean, there's a difference when you got visuals versus your writers. And, I mean, when your writers are releasing articles talking about an album's a classic based off a track list alone.
It's the same writer. I don't even want to say his damn name because he's going to feel important. But that same writer fucking wrote a article compared. First, he did an article comparing, what was that? Not Slime Season. Free Slime? Oh my god, with Young Thug and Future. What was it called?
I don't know, but
Super Slimy. It was Super Slimy. He compared what album is better, Super Slimy or Watch the Throne? And I was like, what? And then this past week, he wrote another article saying what album is better, Watch the Throne or Without Warning. And it's just like, okay, this sounds like this is like an in-office joke that's hella funny. Like, you're just doing this just for jokes and shit. But to the rest of the world, this shit ain't funny. So, I don't...
You want to know my response to that?
What?
DJ Booth.
Well, yeah. That's pretty much the alternative. I ain't gonna blow smoke up their asses. Shout out to Rap Fest, but DJ Booth... Yeah, man, they're killing it right now when it comes to the write-ups.
Shout out to all the homies who write for DJ Booth.
Hell yeah, man. DJ Booth is keeping legit think pieces alive. So shout out to them.
Definitely.
But yeah, man, this is my last week as a 29-year-old, man.
Shit, dirty 30s.
Hell yeah, we about to get paused. I was about to say something, but yeah, man, I'm about to turn 30 next week. I'm gonna be out in your neck of the woods. We're about to go to Henny-Palooza.
Henny-Palooza. That's gonna be a trip.
I wanted to go last year, man, but you know, I just decided not to go and shit. And plus, my friends just didn't want to go with me, fucking assholes. But
hey, don't put that on me. I was at training camp last year.
I know, not you. Some of my friends just didn't want to go, but I was like, whatever. And I wasn't gonna pay like $57 to be out there by myself, so I was like, fuck, I gotta be with my friends and shit, man. So
hell nah.
Oh, well, shit. I talk about this year. This year, yeah.
Oh yeah, we in that thing.
Oh, we in that motherfucker. And yeah, I'm excited about that. And then I'm gonna go to my first Laker game. That's gonna be interesting.
Yep.
That's gonna be
playing
dope.
the Nuggets.
That's gonna be dope. Get to see. Hey, you never know. Might be sitting next to LaVar Ball, man.
Nah, we ain't sitting that close, G.
Oh shit. Well then.
I get the affordable. You got to remember, I'm used to being up at games filming from the highest point. So I don't give a fuck where I sit. As long as I'm in the building, I don't give a damn.
I mean, basketball games are dope. You can pretty much look wherever you want. You'll see niggas. So
yeah. And for the prices I can get tickets for, shit. As long as I'm in the building, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, Laker games are pretty cheap now because they're pretty much average now. So yeah, they're gonna be affordable. That was just at the Warrior games. Warrior games were hella affordable when they were trash. Now they're hella good, and it's like the hottest ticket in the fucking bay. Yeah. So it's like, okay, this is what happens when you are hella good. Okay. Fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce just showing up there. Oh, they're in Oakland. Okay. But and the shit on that note. Okay.
Episode 64.
Okay.
We'll catch you later.
Okay. Yeah, catch this free smoke. But yeah, man. I guess this is it. This is episode 64. I gotta start cooking dinner. Fucking blue.
I gotta let this medication wear off. Shit, I'm lightheaded as a motherfucker, man.
Shit, when you do all that talking, of course you're gonna get lightheaded.
Hell yeah. And on that note,
fuck Jed York.
Okay.